He's a final-year medical student at the University of Auckland School of Medicine. Rahul Gandhi is close to fulfilling an ambition to make a better life for himself after immigrating to New Zealand from India 8 years ago. Like many immigrants to New Zealand, he has faced many challenges settling into a new country. And some of his stories and anecdotes are similar to what he's portraying as the lead character in a new play, Khoj-The Search, currently here in rehearsal by the Auckland-based theatre group, Prayas.
Heck, I'm even trying to go to the loo like them. How much more adaptable do you want me to be? Rubbish, bullshit!
Everybody's got different experiences, I suppose. My one was that of moving from a bustling city of 21 million to a really, really tiny town called Dunedin at the end of the South Island. It was very cold to begin with, and everything was really quiet after 8 p.m. Compare this to Bombay, where there was a traffic jam at the airport at 2 a.m. in the morning when I once landed there. So yeah, there's several challenges, I suppose, at every level.
You need a day job to sustain, don't you, Jamshed?
Yes, but I don't need some sort of rehabilitation program and an assessment by some psychiatrist.
Rahul plays the role of Jamshed Balsara, who is of Parsi heritage and, like himself, is a migrant from Mumbai.
Jamshed is a man of, early 20s or something in Bombay. And he makes a promise to his mother, who is very worried that he's migrating to another part of the world. And he says to his mother, look, I'm only young. If I don't make it, if I can't be myself within 5 years, I shall return. And he comes to New Zealand with the earnest attempt to try and integrate, try and mingle, and try and become one with the culture here. And he succeeds on the most part. But there's this nagging habit that he cannot get rid of. And through this, he unravels a whole new world wherein he's examining what his identity is.
The theatre group started in 2005 with members mostly drawn from the Bengal region of India. The first two plays were based on works by well-established Indian playwrights. This, the first production that's been written by members of the theatre company, is based on the experiences of coming to New Zealand.
It's a very personal story, but told in a funny way. It's the funny situations and the comic sequences that we celebrate while making this journey, whereas we pose a lot of questions about the migration experiences and the challenges of it. But it is all told in a very funny and light-hearted way.
Hello. Here you go, sir. Hello?
Kemcho beta, can you hear me? This is Mummy. Beram Road greeting. Are you going to the temple today?
Hello, Mummy. Mummy, no.
The scenes intercut from Auckland to Mumbai, where Jamshed's parents are anxious to hear about how their son is getting on in Auckland. Playing the part of Jamshed's mother is Rashmi Pillapitia, who is of Sri Lankan heritage. This is the first time Prayas Productions have embraced non-Indian actors.
In the beginning, it was really strange. I'm just so used to being like the only South Asian person working with Europeans or Maori or Pacific Islanders. So at first I had my guard up and I was quite defensive. And then as time went on, I let my guard down, and I feel like I've had a small homecoming, sort of back to my Asianness and my private life of being Sri Lankan, which, I don't often show. I don't often get the chance to show that in the performing arts.
This is not the Queen's England, mate. Tea and cucumber sandwiches. Tea's our evening meal. We have pies and pavlova.
The story itself, the migrant's experience, it would apply to anyone in any country, and it's made me think about what if I was in another country. I'm born and bred in New Zealand, but what if I was from another country, and what would be the things I'd have to face, and what would be the things I'd miss, and the things I'd have to overcome in terms of how I've been brought up and the experiences that I've had. So yeah, I found it wonderful. It's been great.
Again and again. Very good, Jamshed. Now relax.
The people themselves are just amazing. And the story, everyone can relate to that. I myself was born in Rarotonga and migrated to New Zealand when I was 4. So I can still relate to this.
To change his own habits?
Prayas is hoping that the play will appeal to a wider audience. Khoj-The Search will be staged at the Auckland Performing Arts Centre in Western Springs from August the 27th to the 30th. Check this website for details.